Good day! I'm Mary Grace Galanida from BSHM 3A, and today I am going to tackle the chapter 6 of the legal aspect in tourism and hospitality industry, the tourism public sector. So here's our learning objectives for today's discussion. So first is to identify the various government agencies involved in the development and promotion of the tourism industry as well as their functions. And second is to describe the relationships of these agencies with one another. So, this chapter deals with particular government agencies directly involved in the promotion of tourism in our country. So, several allied government agencies will also chapter as these agencies, though not directly involved in the promotion of tourism, tend to provide a substantial contribution to the efficient operation of the tourism industry. In 1973, the Philippine government recognized the importance of focusing on trade promotion and tourism development. To address this, Presidential Decree Number 189 was enacted, creating the Department of Tourism. So the goal was to use the tourism industry as a means to accelerate national development by attracting more international visitors and promoting appreciation for the country's natural beauty, history, and culture. The aim was also to instill a sense of pride and commitment among Filipino towards their nation. So the first agency is the Department of Tourism. The Department of Tourism was created by virtue of Presidential Decree Number 189. It is the primary policy making, planning, programming, coordinating, and administrative entity of the executive branch of government in the development of the tourism industry, both domestic and international. So the Department of Tourism was created to oversee and manage the development of the tourism industry in the Philippines. Its main responsibilities include supervising government activities related to tourism, simplifying travel regulations, promoting the Philippines as a tourist destination, reviewing tourism projects, representing the government in tourism-related conferences, accrediting travel agents and tour operators, classifying and accrediting hotels and other tourism facilities, and performing other functions as required by law. So the DOT aims to attract visitors to the Philippines, promote local products, enhance the reputation of the Filipino people, and ensure high standards in the tourism sector. So now let's proceed to the Philippine Tourism Authority. So it was revised under the Presidential Decree 564 to strengthen its role in unifying and integrating government and private entities involved in tourism development projects. So the PTA relies on the collection of travel tax as its main source of income. Travel tax is a levy imposed by the government on individuals leaving the country, regardless of where their air ticket is issued. So this tax is applicable to Filipino citizens, permanent resident aliens who have stayed in the country for over a year and is collected through the Bureau of Internal Revenue. So the PTA implements policies and programs of the Department of Tourism, promotes the development of tourist zones, assists private enterprises in tourism projects, and operates essential tourist facilities in joint ventures with the private sector. It also ensures the availability of land for private hotels and coordinates tourism-related plans to support the growth and development of tourism in the Philippines. Now, the next in line is the Intramuros Administration. So, Intramuros, a historical landmark in Manila, has been a cherished heritage for over 400 years. To preserve and enhance its historical value, a national program was established to restore, develop, and maintain Intramuros. Presidential Decree Number 1616 created the Intramuros Administration with the vital role and responsibility of overseeing this task. The IA is responsible for orderly restoration and development of Intramuros as a monument to the Hispanic period of Philippine history. So it's ensure that the overall appearance of Intramuros aligns with the architectural style of the Philippine Spanish era from the 16th to the 19th century. So the Intramuros administration has several functions, including formulating and executing policies related to Intramuros, entering into a contract with individuals or government agencies, acquiring and disposing of property, receiving and managing assets and grants, and overseeing the restoration and maintenance of Intramuros walls, public places, and government-owned properties. So the IA also prepares and enforces rules and regulations for land use and development activities within Intramuros, including architectural specifications, traffic management, signage regulations, and archaeological supervisions. So it has also the power to expropriate properties, support cultural activities and festivals, provide grants for restoration and research purposes, and collect fees for services and regulatory enforcement. Now I am going to discuss the various government agencies involved in the development and promotion of the tourism industry as well as their function. So first, we have the National Parks Development Committee. So the NPDC is responsible for developing and management of national parks in the Philippines. So kani sila, they ensure the preservation and conservation of natural and cultural heritage sites such as Mount Pulag National Park, which is known or ilado for its breathtaking landscape and biodiversity. Second is the National Historical Institute. So the NHI is tasked with preserving and promoting Philippine history and cultural heritage. So kanipod sila, they identify and designate historical landmarks like the Rizal Park in Manila to ensure their significance is recognized and protected for tourism and educational purposes. Next, we have the National Center for Culture and Arts. So the NCCA is responsible for promoting and preserving Philippine arts and culture. So kani sila, they support cultural initiatives such as the Sinulog Festival in Cebu, which showcases traditional dances and music, contributing to the enrichment of the tourism and hospitality industry. Next is the Philippine Convention and Visitors Corporation. So the PCVC, also known as the Tourism Promotions Board, promotes the Philippines as a premier tourist destination. So kanipod sila, they conduct marketing campaigns, participate in international tourism events, and collaborate with industry stakeholders to attract visitors, such as organizing the Visit of the Philippines Year campaign. We also have here the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. So the BSP is the Central Bank of the Philippines. While not directly related to hospitality and tourism, they play a crucial role in ensuring the stability of the country's economy, which indirectly impacts the tourism industry through factors like exchange rates and monetary policies. Next is the National Economic Development Authority or NEDA, which formulates and implements economic development plans and policies in the Philippines. So kani ilahang work is to influences the overall business environment, including the tourism and hospitality sector by promoting sustainable economic growth and development. So we also have the Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation. So PAGCOR regulates and operates gambling and gaming activities in the Philippines. They oversee casinos and entertainment establishments like the Resorts World Manila, which contribute to the tourism industry by attracting tourists who enjoy gaming and entertainment. Next is the Department of Environment and Natural Resources or DENR. which is responsible for the management and conservation of the country's natural resources. So, kani po sila, they ensure the sustainability of natural attractions like the Tubataha Reefs Natural Park, protecting them to tourism and future generations to enjoy. Now let's jump to the next slide, which is the Department of Labor and Employment. So this department focuses on labor-related matters including employment, regulations, and workforce development. So they play a role in ensuring fair labor practices and the welfare of workers in the tourism and hospitality industry, such as setting labor standards for hotel and restaurant employees. Next is the Department of Public Works and Highways. So DPWH plans, contracts, and maintains public infrastructures such as roads and bridges. So kani sila, they contribute to the development and accessibility of tourism destination like the rehabilitation of Banawi rice terraces, enhancing the travel experience for the tourists. So we also have here the Department of Transportation and Communication. The DOTC is responsible for the development and regulation of transportation system in the Philippines. So they oversee airports, seaports, railways, and other modes of transportation that are essential for the tourism and hospitality industry. So for example, the DOTC ensures the smooth operation of airports like Ninoy Aquino International Airports, facilitating the travel of tourists to and within the country. We also have the Department of Trade and Industry. The DTI focuses on promoting trade and industry in the Philippines. So kani sila, they support the growth of businesses, including those in the tourism and hospitality sector, through various programs and initiatives. So for an instance, the DTI provides assistance and resources to small and medium-sized enterprises in the tourism industry, helping them thrive and contribute to the economy. So next, we have the Tourism Enterprise Zone Authority, or TEZA. TEZA is responsible for the development and management of tourism enterprise zones in the Philippines. So these zones are designated areas that provide incentives and support for tourism-related investments, contributing to the growth of the tourism and hospitality industry. An example of this is the Boracay New Coast in Aklan, a tourism enterprise zone that features hotels, resorts, and entertainment facilities attracting both local and international tourists. So that's all with my discussions. Thank you and God bless.